Hello everyone, I'm TheFireBlades, and welcome to another Commander's Eye view featuring my Tiger tank. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak preview of my Tiger. Yes, it's got tiger stripes. Alright, it's a tiger. Thing is, nobody else can see this design, because as you can see, it's not the greatest camouflage. It's not going to do very well, especially in a battle like this, a simulator battle. Now, if you've watched my other Commander's Eye view replays before, you'll see that the camera is no longer hovering above the tank. It's actually positioned above the turret. And this is what the simulator battles do. They try to recreate as close to real life as would be atmospherically. Not necessarily the controls or anything like that, but atmospherically. So, just imagine you are the commander sitting atop the vehicle, overlooking the combat. Again, realistically, the commander would be inside the hatch. He would have buttoned up. But there's going to be a few changes to the usual arcade setup. Firstly, you're not going to be able to see the markers of the enemy. So I don't know where the enemy is. So it's a little bit slower paced. There's less kills. Imagine it's football, soccer, compared to ice hockey. There's less action. It's a lot more strategic because the field is bigger and there's more opportunity to hang back and relax. So imagine it like that. However, being slow paced, I actually get 3 kills in this game, which not my greatest run ever, but it's 3 kills in a simulator battle, which I'm going to show you now because I think I got quite rather lucky, but I'll show you about my thought process as to what happened in each of these kills. Now that bit there, I'm just going to pause it for a second there. I decided to stop because I could see the enemy taking the B base just here where my mouse cursor is. So I think I don't want to charge that head on because they're probably guarding that point. So I'll go around the edge. So I do. And what happens? Oh, just as I'm zooming in for a view, an M18, I believe it is, a Hellcat comes through. I send a stray shot into it, and I think that knocks out its turret. I don't know, to be honest. So it's trying to run rings around me, get itself into a good position, and I'm trying to do the same to avoid it. Thing is, the Tiger is a heavy tank, so its turret speed to move it round is really slow. Thing is, this is what I don't want it to happen. It's now on my tail. But its turret can't move. For some strange reason, it's just running rings around me. I get one more shot into it. I set it on fire, and that's where it stopped. This is what I want it to do. So, once again, I line up the kill shot. I send in the kill shot, and it doesn't kill it. I think, oh, come on, look, the turret's made of paper. So if the driver's exposed, he would be dead by now. So I just shoot it in for good measure. There we go. One more final shot. And that finally gets rid of him. So turret topper there. It blows the turret off completely. I breathe a sigh of relief because I was rather fortunate in that one. Oh, take another shot from something. I get a few wounds there, and suddenly this SU-152 turns up. Now this is a 152mm gun, which is massive. One-shot kills easily for most of the time if you aim right. So I tried to send one into its hull there. I've just killed his driver. Now I turn my tank because I know that was going to happen. I didn't want that. Here, I'm just going to pause it again for a second because the action's quite fast. I managed to deflect that shot. Luckily it was directed at my front plate, and instead of hitting it straight on, I deflected. So it kind of glanced off instead. Now I'm faced here, as you can see by my mouse, with 2 panels. One here is where obviously the driver is, both of them locate the driver and the rest of the crew. The driver's kind of down there behind this gun mantlet here. But this bit with the pickaxe on houses the ammunition, the ammo rack. And as I know already that the SU-152 has massive ammunition. The 152 is the number of millimeters there are in the width of the barrel. So that means they've got a lot of explosive ammunition in there, and that is where it's kept. One shot, and that's it. It doesn't look like an awful lot, but it's one of those things where the calm serenity of the outside is deceptive to the fact that those crew just immolated in a big fireball. It's deadly awful when you think about it like that. It's actually happened. But anyway, we're here to talk about the game. So, I neutralise this 152 and start to cap the base which I was going for in the first place. This is with simulator matches. If it was an arcade battle, you couldn't do that, because your blip would have been highlighted. I'll just show you, for illustrative purposes, what it's like. There you can see there's an enemy there, an enemy there, an enemy right at the top there, T-34-85, 122S. But I take it off, and you're blissfully unaware. They are also blissfully unaware. So it's just a case of playing it a bit. What I'm doing here is just kind of camping about. I'm not camping, but I am there, just occupying the base. I've got a few few friendly tigers for backup, and I managed to take the base, and then because of that we can move on and push forward. Now I keep my eyes and ears open, because this is where it gets dangerous. I'm starting to near into enemy territory. I'm beyond the base cap. Oh, speak of which. There we go. Another Su-152. Now luckily there I sent it straight through the driver's hatch. I think I ammo racked it. Might have hit its fuel tank at the back. I don't know. But again, there was a lot of Su-152s in this game. A lot of big hitters. So luckily, once again, I managed to take a shot from it straight on. Luckily, it didn't pierce my armour. And I was able to continue. Now, I'm looking at my next point and seeing where I can go. Take a random shot into what I think is an enemy over there. And I'm shot. Now you can see that plume of smoke where my mouse cursor is. That's kind of where it happened. And if I can get a free camera... So this is more of a bird's eye view, a kind of flyover view, free camera thing of what happened in that death. And as you can see, can you see anything on that map? Feel free to freeze frame it. Oh, that was an awful word to say. Feel free to freeze frame it. And see if there's any enemy vehicles that you can see whatsoever. I don't know if there is. Feel free to point them out, actually, because I might have missed a few of them. However, I'll show you the one that killed me. Hello, 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 what we have there? Boom. There he is. It's an Su-122. Sorry, an ISU-122. And that shot me from... And I'll put on my blip marker so you can see. Oh, well. You can't see it because I'm dead. Right through this tunnel of smoke here. This shot went right down here. And slammed into the side of my turret there. It didn't obviously end very well, but 3 kills, not too bad. And it just goes to show that it's not just a case of slapping each other with tanks. There's a bit of strategy and a bit of intuition there as well. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll be playing something else. Bye!